welcome to Permadeath Extraordinaire, where we are continuing our journey through D&D Done Right, featuring Dirt and Quinn. We're up to episode 9 now, and with that said, you guys, we're just about ready to start discussing something, so I'll shut up and let you do that.
Oh, well, we were discussing exactly where we were in terms of our location and journey to... Well, we're about to be on a road, but... What is this city that...
Dude, we're nowhere near the city. Okay, come over here.
Let's discuss it.
Come here. We're gonna be hitting the King's Trail right here.
Because we were at the Fortress of Tenfield just then, right?
I don't think we got down the mountain yet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We're still in here.
It's my fault. I thought the Fortress of Tenfields was a city.
It is, kinda. It has an inn and a tavern. And a small co-op market where you can buy from the local farmers, hence the term Tenfield. These days, it's less 10 fields and more 10 families. And they support and sponsor a local order known as the Knights of the 10-Pointed Star. So there is a small town, small local garrison, and the farm families, their workers, their relatives, and people passing by. So, yes, consider it almost like the Borderland Keep, which Dirt is familiar with. It's very similar to that. If you want to know the full lore, the Black Lion established a garrison on that location several centuries ago, maintained said garrison. The families came forward, appealed for the land grant, and were given control of the garrison to garrison with their own people and to maintain, on the agreement that they would maintain the King's Road, maintain the fortress, and quarter any guards that were stationed there. Troops moving through, that kind of stuff. The general consensus amongst the people is half-half. About half of the 10 families would be considered decent, and the other half would be considered greedy, money-mongering Black Lion loyalists.
Okay.
And that's Tenfields. That's a ways away as you guys are sitting in the basement, cellar, of an old barracks house. Dirt, you had previously made your ancient history, and we had never had a chance to get to it because something happened that interrupted you. Don't know if it was the event with the dead dragon, or if it was something else.
Mentioning I had alcohol.
That could be too. That would definitely be a table stopper right there. Stop the table. Quit rolling dice. Alcohol. So, with that in mind, you're guessing the cellars of this place were built long ago, an indeterminate amount of time. The architecture, you would say, is very similar to those mounds that you and Rain visited so long ago. And then it was built upon several times, until finally it looks like it was a garrison house, and you're guessing that the structure burned down probably over 200 years ago and hasn't been maintained since. It is known that towards the end of his reign, the Lion centralized his armies in order to attack the various demi-human settlements. The Slavian cities. Clockmire is a place that Jeffrey recently discovered. It's the ruins of a gnomish city. So yeah, ruins like that are laying around. Morak. You guys have all heard of the great ruins of Morak.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt recently found out that that place might not just be ruins. His brother came with some interesting information into the Telebasco network. And with that, you guys gonna press on?
Yep.
And do remember, I'm doing a better map than this in the future. I'm just drawing this for clarity for time being, so you guys generally know what's surrounding you.
Right. How much? No, I know we're like completely out of food.
Yepper.
That's an issue. I know we tried to kill a goat the last time we were here, and that goat disappeared. And
Twice.
yeah, twice. And I think we realized that if I had established, I think that we established if I had contacted that sucker beforehand, I would have been able to dominate it.
I came up with a great idea. If you got sight link and sound link, those are devotions in the clairsentient area, you could do lifetime domination of an opponent. Because you could link with their eyes and link with their ears, and that way you could, because normally it's, you will go to this town and get this and then come back. Yes, master. That's what domination does, you understand? And you can give them lifetime commands with mind link. Yeah? But if you have sight link and sound link, you could do a lot. You could take over a city garden, have a first-hand look at nearby schematics of how the fortress is laid out. You could take over one of the king's royal guard and watch in lifetime as he circumvents the various traps in the passages of the palace. You understand how this could be abused to no end. If you can afford the PSPs. All right.
Yeah.
With that in mind,
hang up. Yeah.
you guys are high on the mountain pass. Stupid windy. No fog. The only fog that you get is basically clouds blowing over the high mountain. Dirt predicts that you guys are going to have to cross across what would be considered level, quote-unquote, ground, which would be up, downs above timberline for the next following day. So that's going to require constitution checks. That would be for the kid and for Quinn, because you guys are pulling the toboggan across rocks now more than snow. Won't assign any penalties. Just go straight con for now. Which the kid... Oh god, kid, did you make that or not?
No.
I'm NPCing on the number. Had I assigned a penalty, it would have gone bad.
I made it by quite a bit.
Boy, I sure wish the player was here to play his own character.
Well,
Okay.
We could have got Quick in here to play the NPC.
I think Quick is the kind of gentleman that would like to have his own character. He strikes me as that kind of person. One day we'll find a good NPC player, somebody who can put on multiple jackets and hop in whenever and help play the NPCs like Dorian. The kid. Formerly your partner Blanny Ride. Okay. And we roll to see if any horrible thing comes across you. Negative.
Any not horrible things we can eat come across us?
Do either of you have herbalism?
Yeah.
You do? Alright.
Yeah.
Do you have something useful?
As you're in the toboggan, make an herbalism check.
15 or less.
By the way, I use a lot of sarcasm because my character's charisma is extremely low.
So he rolls a 1 on the check when he doesn't need to roll anything, and then rolls a failure on the check when you need it. Oh, dirt. No good. Not today. All he sees is rocks. At best, he finds a rock that has a high salt content, and you guys lick on that.
Something.
That's all you're getting.
This rock has a high salt.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly I'm inspired to add geology as a proficiency. They kind of have that. But anyway, moving right along. Yeah, that pretty much catches it. That is the skill. Moving right along. The day goes without incident, as in no incident. What few mosses and whatnot. Quinn, you're pointing out, how about if we eat that one? No, poisonous. What about that one? Make your bowels loose. What about that one? Do you like pissing in the morning? Because that won't happen anymore if you eat that one.
Oh.
So everything up here, not good. No beasts come. Again, the weather is actually working to your guys' favor, as much as you may not realize it. It keeps the natural beasts down. And up here, there really aren't that many. And if you do come across one, it might be something particularly horrible because you're at some of the highest altitudes the land has to offer, other than the far north. Okay, don't know why I'm rolling that. However, day goes without incident. Windy, cold, rock. The occasional cloud passing by, which basically leaves a frost sheen behind when it passes. And time to set up camp. Evening time rolls around. Remember, because you're out of the fogs, it's not hideously cold. So between your tent and your gear, you're doing fine. Nothing finds you in the night. And it is the next day. This is where it starts getting bad.
What?
Why is it getting bad now? It's already been bad. We're already starving.
Well, you guys are right now, after your morning meal and packing up your tent. Dirt indicates we go down there as you look down into the fog-covered valleys. Near as you can tell, left and right, as far as you can see. Remember, not as foggy up here, so you can actually see quite a ways. Pretty much looks like non-stop cliff and incredibly steep gravel and boulder-filled ravines. Those of you familiar with high mountains, you know it. We got to go down there, Dirt says, pointing basically down a several thousand foot down into the valley. The road's down below us.
I thought you were leading us to a path that would get us to the city.
It is.
This is the path.
Yeah. And now, when you guys get down to the road, we'll make the final navigation check and we'll find out how close to 10 fields you actually are. If he makes the check, you're basically right there. If he fails the check, there will be some variance to the left or the right. Relatively speaking, on the King's Road. Either way, you're close.
Okay.
Now, you expect this entire day, and maybe part of the next day, depending on how some rolls go for you, will be descending. Because it's going to take a little bit of rope, walk down, rope, toboggan, gear, dirt, you're weak. You can barely support your own body weight. So, let's have any relevant skills that might help you guys roping your way down. Mountaineering, rope use.
Right.
Nope.
All right.
I do have rope use.
Aha. All right. We'll make a navigation or a direction sense. This is to see how well you plot your course down. Anybody got that?
I got what?
Direction sense or navigation.
I got direction sense.
All right.
I don't
19
suck.
or less.
Oh no, the modifiers haven't been written down. Some bitch.
Got it.
Okay. Dirt plots a not horrible course down the mountain. No super cliffs involved, anything along those lines. Rope use, go ahead and make that check.
Right. Dexterity, no.
All right,
Made it.
easy, no problem. So you have no problem basically, tying off the rope, making the necessary maneuvers to basically slide the toboggan down. A couple of guys hold it, you go down, tie off the rope again, etc., etc. So far so good. Now dex check. And that's everybody in the party to avoid any mishaps. The kids okay? This is the slipping, falling part.
Made it.
Quinn's fine. Dirt?
I'm in the toboggan.
Not for this leg. You're actually doing more walking and actually helping with the rope with what little strength you have. They basically tie the rope to you and use you as weight.
What? He's helping.
Uh-huh.
Give you
This
a hard
is
time right now, then.
this is simulating
I made
the
it.
yeah, that part was simulating the making your way across the rocks, down the rocks, through boulders, without slipping, falling, cracking your skull. All right, half the day's gone. As you guys take your break about midday, about halfway down, making good time, no mishaps. You think maybe by morning, you might be at the edge of the, or not morning, by evening, you'll be at the edge of the road. Unless you fuck up this next set of rolls here. Never with my PG rating. Okay, so anyway,
PG rating, though. Hit the door.
there went my PG rating. Right on out there. Okay, so here we go. Part 2. Navigation direction sense from Dirt, and this determines what path you guys take down. If he screws this up, you guys basically come up against a blind cliff and either have to backtrack or come up with some clever shit.
Got it.
All right. Well, that makes it easy. So he's plotted a decent course. Rope use. This is to simulate using the rope to move the gear in the toboggan, which wouldn't be so necessary if Dirt had his strength.
Failed this one.
You failed it?
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
by 2.
Let's see the magnitude of the disaster. Roll a d6. High roll means big disaster. 1 means not so big.
Three.
All right. One of the ropes snaps. All of you roll a 1d10 low roll. Goes tumbling down a cliff if they fail some checks.
Kid goes rolling down the cliff.
Kid's good. I got a 10, homie.
I
Oh,
got
I'm
9.
fine. I think we know who's going off the cliff. Due to the
Yep.
great
Yeah.
weight, due to the great weight of your t-shirt, it totally throws you off balance, and you find yourself slipping on the ice. Roll a dex check, -2.
Jared, what are you doing? Oh my
I'm going
god.
for a long fall, my dude.
I'll see you
Oh,
at the
oh,
bottom.
oh! As he pinwheels his arms.
Oh, failed it hardcore.
Roll 1d6. This is how many tens of feet you go tumbling down the mountain. $30 not so bad. And then we roll this. There's a 10% chance of some other thing. Oh, look at that.
Oh, so close.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you fall 30 feet, Dirt, tumbling as you go. It's not... I'm just going to put it, because I didn't really come up with determining either way, it's not a cliff, so you'll only take half damage because it's more tumbling than falling straight down. You slid on the ice, pinwheel your arms, and go sliding down the hill, scraping yourself on the rocks for a grand total of 5 points of damage. Not that bad. More of an embarrassment than an actual life-threatening situation this time. Take 10 feet off of somebody's length of rope. I know you guys got 50-foot lengths out there. Take 10 feet off of one of them. It's a 40-foot rope now. Rope use, Basco. You retie off. You guys have to use the ropes in this section. The loss of length doesn't affect it. Go ahead and just make your check. No minors. It's a particularly tricky drop. You're almost lowering the toboggan through open air. Almost. It's more or less sliding down a cliff. Give a +1 to yourself because dirt's at the bottom already and can help out from that side. Because he just slid down.
Well, I rolled a 1, so I think that's about as good as I can get.
Yeah, you got it. After making a particularly clever knot on the toboggan. I got it this time, guys. You send it on down. All right, dex checks.
Do I have to make it again?
Yes, you do, because this simulates, during the day. Why can't I grab anything? There we go. During the day, to see if you have a personal disaster. I just rolled the 10. Cool. Kid made it.
Oh, I made it.
You made it. All right. By the way, Dirt,
Oh, on the dot.
we will be boosting Rain's stats the next time he comes to the table.
Okay.
We're going to raise him just a little bit. I'll probably give you a dice, like a D8 or something. You roll it. Add those. D6 or D8, I'm not sure. We'll see how crappy your rolls are that day.
Okay.
If you roll them low, I'll give you a D8. Okay, so. Because, yeah, I was already planning on doing that. Because when I looked at his abilities, it was like, oh, it's pretty rough. Evening arrives. You guys all make your dex checks so no horrible disasters unfold you. You don't snap your ankles, don't slip on the ice, don't fall off any cliffs. Good for you. You're back in the cold fogs. So now we're going to have to make a con check. -2, because you're in the cold fogs. This is for the cold. Kid's got the mild hypothermia. He caught the hypothermia.
No minus me and my back in the toboggan, or...
Yeah,
The
because you
dex
can
check,
bundle up.
Doesn't matter, rolled a 1.
Yeah, look at you.
Made it.
All right. The kid's having a little shiver, but he should be okay. And as night falls, in the distance you can see what appears to be the King's Road. The distance being about 20 feet because of the cold fogs. So yes, you've reached the King's Road. All right. The night passes without incident. Morning arrives. Kid's going to make another con check. Make sure he doesn't get worse during the night. He's sticking with the mild. He has to spend the better portion of a day in a warm environment to fully shake off that. Okay. There you are. There it is. It's the King's Road. The King's Road is about 50 feet wide, cobbled. It's a good road. Very old. Been here a long time. Moss between the cobbles.
Packed on it.
Mm-hmm. However, there's not much snow packed on it because caravans have been coming and going constantly. Even in this time with the cold fogs. Which... more good news. The fogs will be lifting. they're getting lighter already. Visibility is probably up to about 50 to 100 feet on a given day, or on a given encounter. Now, your navigation check. Due to the fogs, you still have to make it a minus, so make your navigation or direction sense at -2.
Wisdom +1. Wisdom is 18, 19, 17 or less. Got it.
All right. The Fortress of 10 Fields is not very far away. You're estimating you'll reach it about an hour. And in that hour, there won't be any encounters, so we'll hop right to that. But first, we're going to go grab a drink, so we'll take a quick AFK, and I'll be right back. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'll just set up the scene so you guys can talk about it while I'm AFK.
Maybe we can like build it with some rocks or something.
As I said, visibility is about 50 to 100 feet. As the fogs are beginning to lift, the winds have died down. The cold is still pretty intense, but not as bad because the winds are dying down, so you don't get the wind chill factor. 10 Fields, as I said, is more or less like a little small town surrounded by a wall. And something seems amiss. Long before you actually reach the town, you smell smoke in the air. And as you approach with the given visibility, you definitely see that it looks as if you've been to 10 Fields a few times during your passings, coming and goings in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems as if something's amiss here. And as you approach the gates, where normally, a few mostly friendly guards greet you, and that gives you entry into the palisade, which surrounds basically buildings that are so packed together they're all one big building, that form the tavern, the bar, a couple of local amenities, and those who cater to the passing caravans. The guards. As you approach and they begin to hail you because, you see each other about the same time, they're not the normal guards. They're not the Knights of the 10-Pointed Star, who are normally, well-kept, decorated armor. They have, a sense of purpose. What instead you're seeing is some long-haired, dirty, disheveled guards? And the symbol that they boast is the black boot on the yellow, a black boot basically crushing a yellow flower. And that is the symbol of House Cornwallis.
Oh, great.
I'll be right back.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get to spend much time in 10 Fields.
Nope.
Have to figure out what's going on, but it would be really nice to be able to get even just like a workhorse that could pull this thing that you're riding.
Yeah.
Even take like a donkey. So how loud is my daughter? I can't tell how much you guys can hear her.
It's hit and miss.
She set up camp right outside my office door.
Yeah, I can hear it as clear as day now.
I'm just like, what? I better put on some cartoons or something. It'll pull her into the living room. I don't know if it'll make her a little quieter, but I know it'll pull her into the living room.
Alright.
She's like in the hallway. I'm not sure how much fun. I guess the hallway can be fun. I don't know.
She's having the time of her life.
She has a good time. My wife gets mad because she was like, you don't like you're not paying attention to them when you're playing. I'm like, well, I have wireless headphones, so I can walk around the house pretty much the entire time everybody's talking. Plus, like, they just come up with their own stuff. Like, the last time they were here, they were making go-go smart wheels the whole time. Right now she like pulled all my old GI Joes out, playing with the GI Joe cars. They're having a good old time.
And then you'll hear crying, and then you'll have to deal with that.
Well, it's the same anywhere though. It's the same at the house too. Like you think everybody's having fun because they're so loud, and then all of a sudden it gets quiet, and then the crying ensues. Kind of funny that that's kind of how it works. Like if they're quiet, they're either asleep or something bad's about to happen. They're always like coming up with their own little languages. And my wife gets mad because I'll go home and like I'll like you'll start talking in that their gibberish words or whatever, and I'll completely acknowledge them like I know exactly what they're saying. And she'll just be like, "Why are you encouraging this? They're never gonna learn to speak real English." And I'm like, hey, well, we'll always have like inside jokes and stuff, and you're not gonna learn the language, then you'll never be part of it. Sorry.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so yes, it looks like the city guard at the gate has changed a bit since your last visit, Dirk. The kid. Oh, those guys are dicks. I know Cornwallis. I know the family. Those aren't family members. Those are their thugs. They're personal militia guys. Be careful. The question has family as the family has questionable motives. Their mercenaries are scum, dude. They're scum. Maybe I should handle this, the kid says, and he straightens himself out and walks towards the guards.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Hey, alright, look at here. Got ourselves a puff little boy. And his companions. Boy, you only wonder what's going on here. They're kind of ribbing each other, enjoying their sick little humor joke there. And the kid walks up. They lean in. He says something to them. Their entire demeanor changes. They open the door. Welcome to 10 Fields, good sir. And company. And they motion if you guys wish to enter the gates, which you probably do.
Yeah. Go on in.
Okay, let's go in.
The last thing you hear is the kid addressing the two guards. The house of Nicodemus and Caesarea will remember this favor. Oh, it's good. That's good, little lord. We're glad to be of service. 10 Fields is screwed. Where it used to be an open community, people moving around, talking, trade, even under the cold, like I said, it's all roofed, basically. One big building, and all the other buildings are under that enclosure. It's because they're so tightly packed that the roofs have kind of become one. So, in effect, you're under a roof as you walk down the corduroy streets. Corduroy, if you don't know, is half logs that are laid out alongside each other.
Okay.
Old style roads. And the palisade around the place is wood enhanced with a little bit of stone. Again, it was for many years supported by a noble family. And, like the Borderland Keep, gets a lot of business in the right seasons. And right now is the right season because everybody's leaving Phesia because of that little thing that we call the Leviathan. A lot of people are leaving the City of Rings as well. That's Narfell. They're leaving that city because many people fear the Leviathan's going there next because that's where it's facing. It's standing in the middle of broken Phesia looking directly towards Narfell. Known as the City of Rings because it's built as rings around a rising spire of rock.
Okay.
Also because of the money and the commerce and the fact that it's kind of like the center of the circle of the kingdom. But that's far and away from here. Right now you've got a normally outgoing public community that definitely is not public and outgoing anymore. People are shuffling to their business quietly with their hoods thrown down low. And a bunch of scum mercenaries are walking around causing problems. That's what you see as you walk down the streets towards the tavern.
Yeah, we're heading towards the tavern. I need my drink.
I'm just hungry.
So, we head our way towards the tavern.
All right. Coming into the tavern, it seems as if a couple of Cornwallis guards are beating a couple of peasants to death as you come into the middle of the scene. They're kicking what appears to be a farmer and probably his boy, about 16, who clearly are on the ground and have no weapons. And the rest of the tavern people are more or less just kind of kicked back, not interfering because they know better. You can tell by the number of black eyes, cuts, abrasions that these people are under a heavy thumb. The bartender nervously just trying to ignore it all. That's the scene you walk into. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about that?
I'm kind of looking deep in my character traits, just making sure, like...
It's about 4 guards actively involved in the beatery, and there's another 2 just kind of hanging back, looking on, making sure that none of their companions get sucker punched or anybody tries to do anything about it. Upon noticing you guys walk in, "Hey!" one of them calls out, drawing the attention of his companions, who stop on their bootery and look towards you guys.
Yeah.
Looks like we got some newcomers, boys. I think it's time that they pay their arrival tax. The men move
kid,
towards you.
You want to do something about this?
The kid?
Yeah. Because he got us in here.
You wanted to come to Tenfields. We're here.
Fair.
I assumed you wanted to go inside. Guys?
Fair enough.
Guys?
I think.
Tax, you say? The kid says, putting his hands on you two and putting your weapons back into your sheaths. As a lord of the realm, I can pay a tax.
Interesting. Okay.
How much
What-
is this tax for myself and my bodyguards? Bodyguards? You'd be better hiring us, boy. Look at him. That one looks like he can barely support his own weight. And that one, he looks a little shifty to me. Yeah, that's great, Null. They've been approved, and I don't think it's any of your business to question me.
They've been approved.
How many guys are here? 4, 6. 6 guys.
Oh, I thought there were 4. And
Kid's
two being
gonna-
beaten?
4 beating, and then 2 looking on, and then the 2 farmers that are being kicked around, who are even now kind of shuffling away in the background as the kid pours 30 pieces of gold upon the table. Would that be inadequate? That's several pieces of gold for each of you, gentlemen. All we ask is that you just let us have a beer for my friend. Boy, the little shit talks smooth though, doesn't he? They're going to take the gold, and they're going to sit at their tables, and they're going to shut up for the moment, and give you guys dirty looks. You know how it goes. You've seen movies.
Yeah. All right.
Look, guys, the kid says, I come from a very well-known house. One of those houses that people don't mess with. My mom, she's dangerous.
Are we
What do you
serious
mean?
here? All the like, I've never known any of this about you.
Well, you know, I'm afraid that my mom will figure out where I am, and if she does, she might be angry at you guys. Because I'm
Who's
not
your
really
mom?
supposed to be here. You wouldn't know her.
So,
Well-
what house are you? What is this name that you're dropping that's getting us through the doors? And
House Barbarossa?
Oh.
Both of you were like, who's that?
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. The family's known in the right circles. I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
The Cornwallises know who we are. We've had dealings with their family in the past. They're not good people.
So what would happen if your mom found you here?
She'll probably try to take me back to school. She wants me to go to some place that's far away from here. I don't really know exactly where it is. It's up north. There's people there, and I'm supposed to learn from them, but I don't want to, so I'm not there. I'm going away. I'm hoping to find Wafu again soon because I want to go back to his island. It's as far away as I can get.
Fair enough.
Until then, I just gotta kind of lay low, but I had to call in. I think we could have gotten ourselves in a lot of trouble at the gates, and just now, if I didn't call in a little bit of clout. The Cornwallises know the Barbarosas. All of their people know us.
Okay. It's understandable now. All right. What to drink? What to drink?
To put it lightly, the Barbarossa, if this was Game of Thrones, Barbarossas always paid their debts when it comes to blood and killing people. Nobody fucks with Caesarea Barbarossa nor Nicodemus Barbarossa. It's not they're evil, they just don't take no shit. There's even conjecture that they're not even human. That there's some weird demon family. Yeah, I've heard that. They say it's a demon family. I'm not a demon.
Well, yeah, you're here right now with
Uh,
us.
I'm
So.
just a kid with 27 hit points, trust me. I've been unconscious enough to prove it. Alright. Okay.
Alright, shall we get a drink and see if we can find a room?
The kid is going to arrange a room and everything. He's well versed in the ways of nobility, so he knows how to, get us a good room. Well, it just so happens that the bartender, under heavy extortion and all that, has some rooms available. And the kid takes care of those arrangements. You guys find yourselves shortly thereafter in a room where the kid explains everything that he just explained to you guys.
Wow. Who knew that this kid could be so useful? I thought he was just an extra mouth to feed, honestly. Oh, I said that out loud.
And you wanted to eat them.
Just a little bit. Just like a hand, like an arm.
Yeah, you guys never got into the level of starvation, so that's good. But yeah, when planning your road provisions in the future, allot an extra few days in case bad weather catches you. As it is, a dinner is brought up by the innkeeper. We're so glad you're here, little lord, he says to the kid. The guards downstairs have been a much more personable since you've arrived. I think they're trying to keep up appearances. For your sake, little master. Thank you. And he leaves the room after leaving behind some stew, some beer. Beer's gone. Disappeared. Dirt's in the corner. Don't know if those two correlate in any way. But yeah.
Like sitting in the corner by himself.
I love my beer.
Wasn't there some beer? Never mind. So, those basic provisions taken care of. Asking around a little bit of the natives, you found that the militia that's here represent the King's Guard.
King's Guard.
Yeah. Harkin Cornwallis has made a play for the throne. I'll assume you guys are sitting in your room with the bartender when he brings some more beer. Again, this is like the 5th time. Oh yes, little lord. Harkin Cornwallis is the king of Skyfell. He's the king of us all, he says, looking around the room at you two. 3. Kid counts. But how could that be? The Cornwallis family has they're not well respected amongst the other nobles. How did this happen? Well, they've got a lot of money, little lord. And they've got the ability to give the resemblance of order. We have King's Guard here. The fact that they're taking exorbitant taxes is one thing. Whenever anybody like you, young master, whenever anybody like you comes through, oh, they play good guy. They put up appearances. Look at how well they took care of you once you showed who you were and what the color of your gold was. Then as soon as you leave, Lord, it'll be back to beating and extorting, like what you saw on the floor tonight when he came in the tavern. The Knights of the 10-Pointed Star have been dismissed of their position. They're still here, and believe me, they'd like to do something about it, but they're not going to go against the king. Game speak due to their lawful alignment.
Right.
They're a lawful neutral. Exactly. So, as you know, like most of the people in the kingdom are lawful neutral after years of lying. Then suddenly, Reginald now is suddenly fucking asshole. So yeah, they just roll with the changes and hope it doesn't roll over.
Hmm.
How many of the Cornwallis men are here?
Oh, it's a company, sir. About 24 men plus officers, so give or take about 30. Not that many.
And how many Knights of the 10-Pointed Star are here?
Oh, between the various families, I'd say 20? But you'd have to gather them up. They've been dismissed. They're out in their family. They're out in their family farms and plots. What are you thinking about here, sirs? I'm thinking about kicking their ass, the kid says. Oh, sorry.
Well, I wouldn't be that pretty bummed today.
Well, I won't be privy to any kind of talk like that. But let's just say, I wouldn't help, but I wouldn't interfere either. And with that, here's your beer, good sirs. I'll be about my nightly duties.
Pun intended.
I'm not sure we can interfere here, guys, as much as we want to.
Yeah.
If we take these guys out, unless we're planning on staying, it's just going to be worse when the next group comes in.
Yeah.
The Knights of the Star would probably help us if we decided to do something. But then what? They'd be illegally garrisoning, officially, a parcel of land that's controlled by the king. I really hate politics, the kid said. That's why I left my family. They're full of shit. Crazy. Politicking. And they more or less kept me locked in a room all my life.
Fair
That's
enough. Well,
yeah, that's where the whole joke things for stuff comes from. The kid had no idea that there was this thing called like commerce and trade, that you could just do that.
You get things for stuff.
Yeah, he knew you could do that, but he didn't know that you could do that outside. There's like a whole city full of things, and I can trade stuff for things.
well,
Well, based on my alignment, I'm going to agree with the kid.
I don't care.
So, Dirt, what are you thinking?
I'm chaotic neutral, so it's
Chaotic.
Yeah, so you're thinking whatever you want is what's going to happen.
yeah. I just say come back later, I guess.
I
Be
will
open.
say this: if you want to make a play for this, then you need to be the one leading the charge. And right now, I have a feeling you're not in a position to be doing that.
No, that's why I need my strength back. That's why I said we should come back.
We should come back, because all of our stuff is at your shrine anyway.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm still being neutral. But what do we want to do while we're here? Because we definitely need to get some food. It would be nice to figure out a situation where we wouldn't have to carry you indefinitely.
As you go shopping, everything's double price from the handbook.
Oh.
Guild law. The guilds are in charge now because they got all the goods and they can charge whatever the hell they want. Who's going to stop them? Definitely not the Cornwallis family who will reap the benefits. But the Cornwallis family isn't in with the guilds. Keep that in mind. The guilds are doing their own thing. Anyway, everything's double price. So, as you go shopping, keep that in mind. You had a shopping list prepared, didn't you, Basco?
I did. So let me ask you, because I'm trying to figure out exactly what we need to do to progress. Because I'm getting the feeling we might have a better chance and that isn't completely controlled by the Cornwall.
You can probably get your supplies here. In addition to double price, there's a pretty good chance that you may get harassed for more tax money by these various mercenaries who are more or less just extorting anybody they can get their hands on.
So how bad is the snow situation on the King's Road?
As basically as good as it's going to get.
Do we need the dog sleds on that, or?
You could definitely use dog sleds everywhere you go here.
Okay.
The road is exposed in some areas, drifted over in others. There have been caravans coming and going, so most of the larger drifts have been, cut or broken through. But at this juncture, at any time a big storm can come, and a lot of caravans end up getting bogged down and have to stay on the road for days while the storm passes. Currently, with the fogs, etc., I would say the snow is pretty deep. You're only going to move about half your normal movement rates overland as you go. Dog sleds would nullify a little bit of that.
Well, let's see what we can even afford, because I know we didn't bring just loot. So necessities.
We have 860 gold pieces. That's how much we have.
That's the party loot. I do also have a little bit more gold on me.
Okay.
About 136 gold on me.
The kid's pretty brokish.
So, important stuff. We need food. We need transportation. And we need some better winter clothing so that you don't have to sit in the sled completely covered in.
I have
Like-
to, because I can't move with heavy winter clothing on.
Yeah, the heavy winter clothing weighs 15 pounds. That's more than his weight allowance. He can move. It's just at a slower pace.
What is your weapon
Substantially
proficiencies?
slower than you guys.
Me?
Yeah. Are you only proficient in the hammer?
Yeah.
Can't do anything with a bow or anything like that?
Nope.
Rough. Okay, so let's figure out a way to set up this dog sled, dog team, and at least to get the food out of the way, and then see what we've got left after that.
Alright.
Good sirs, the Cornwallises have put a hold on all the dogs. They want to buy them all. As you go to the husbandman. Husbandman? I think that's what it's called. The animal handler. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh?
I've got a good lot of dogs, strong, good dogs. I think I haven't really rolled what their quality is yet, but yeah. Let's steal this dice. Be right back. All right. The mangy mutts that he's showing as good dogs. Yeah, they'll do the job, but I wouldn't expect all that much from them. You're an animal handler, right?
Yeah, I have animal training and animal handling.
Yeah, they're right around what would be considered quality 8 of 20, below average. They took my best stock. Alright, I admit they're kind of mutts, but yeah, the best have been taken out by the family, who recently occupied militia. Maybe you could buy from them directly. They still want these mongrels too. I'm not sure that I should sell them to you. I might get in trouble.
I guess we can figure out how much he really wants for these dogs and assume that whatever the Cornwallis would want, it's probably more than what he wants.
You could also mind link them and convince them to.
Yeah, but I'd only be able to do one at a time.
Which is fine. You go to the highest person and then you change their opinion.
Well, that wouldn't be that wouldn't be mind link. Mind link, I'd be able to talk to him. But what you're talking about is domination.
Mm, yeah.
Might work until we get out of town. But if I fail my rolls,
Don't fail.
we're gonna be fighting 30 dudes.
Right
Not
as you said,
necessarily.
if I fail my rolls, your little girl in the background said, uh-oh. It's like, yep, nailed it. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to begin staring intently at the guy?
Well, let's see how
I,
much this guy wants for his mutts, because we can always work out something along the lines, but we got to get out of here. We got to make some ground.
I'd let him go for maybe 10 gold each, and I'll just have to deal with what the Cornwallises have to say if they come back for him. You'd need 6.
So that's 60 gold pieces.
I think I want to take a really close look at these dogs and just make sure, like, maybe some are better than others, or
Nah, generally given the pack's about quality 8 to avoid micromanagement.
okay. So no wheeling and dealing on this one's better than this one or that one.
Yeah,
This
no,
one
no,
should be worth
no.
less
He's
than that one.
got a pen of mutts left over.
But they could get the job done.
They could barely get the job done, yes.
Oh, barely. Great.
Well, they're quality 8 of 20. High, of course, being best. So they're below average. They're a little skinny. Muscle tone's not quite there. But, yeah, they're there.
I say we go talk to the other guys, see if we can convince them.
Yeah. Let's go talk to the others.
You're going to go to the Cornwallis garrison?
Well, we're gonna bring
They
our...
occupy the tower, which is one of the few fully stone structures in the enclosure. And it's what it sounds like, a tower. Been fortified for war on the lower portions and the upper portions. Approaching, the guards, of course. Oh, what do you want here? You got an appointment?
No, we would just want to speak with someone who's a little higher up.
He'll go get a sergeant. What's all this then? What do you want? Out of towners. You paid your taxes?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You got your papers?
Regarding?
Your taxes that you paid?
No, they never gave us one.
Well, sounds like you haven't paid your taxes.
Alright.
Well, if we paid 30 to 6 individuals, then this guy should be, what, 5?
Depends. Well, you look like a shifty lot. Where you from?
Dude,
From the
I'm
mountains.
gonna name drop. I'm gonna be like, we work for the Barbarosas.
Oh. You're with the kid then. I heard one of yous was in the town, and that we were supposed to give due courtesy to the little lord and all that. You know what I say to that? Frick it all! Pay your taxes! And 'cause that one's all weird looking in the face, your tax is gonna be about 50 gold to stay in this town a moment longer. He pointed at Quill and he said, Quinn.
You had to go name dropping, didn't ya?
Well, he asked where we were from. What were we gonna say? We're from a temple on the other side of the mountain.
Why not?
Yeah, I did. But no, you had to go name dropping.
I thought the kid was with us. I don't know.
He is, and he's like just staring at you with that whole open mouth. Yeah,
Heck.
alright. Looks like he's hitting you guys for about 50 gold. I bet if you pay him, this encounter may go a little different. One thing you figured out from your short stay in Tenfields is these mercs are scum, and apparently they don't get paid a lot, and they're in it for the money.
$150 gold pieces.
He's only charging you 50.
Well, he's only charging Basco 50.
Oh, that'll pass the rest of you guys. He's assuming you guys are a group. You've got the little snooty lord, noble kid, out
Why
on
don't we
recess.
Why don't we tell him we'll give him 150, but we also need 6 quality dogs to get the little lord out of town.
You guys are discussing this amongst yourselves while he's staring at you.
I say, alright, deal, but I want to propose a counter deal for you.
Oh, I'm listening.
So, we'll give you 100 for 6 dogs, and we'll take the lord out of the town. So you guys can go about your business.
You want dogs? You're
Yeah.
traveling. Where are you headed? That's really none of your business.
Oh, great.
Sweet Haven.
None of your business, Sweet Haven.
Looks like Sweet Haven's where we're headed. I didn't know that till just now. Actually, I did, but yeah. Kid's gonna walk away. I'm gonna shut up now. As he disappears into the lifting fog. Are you saying 100?
Yeah.
And you want some of our dogs
Mm-hmm.
to pull your sled, to pull your weak ass down the King's Road to Sweet Haven.
Yes.
$120. You've got a deal. Otherwise, you can go buy some mongrels off of that pandering dog merchant guy.
Alright, you got yourself a deal.
Wah, wah, wah. You guys have 30 gold to your name. You want to get some food for the road?
Wait, what? How do we have 30 gold for our name?
How,
Well, yeah.
how do we have 30 gold?
Oh, 50. I'm sorry.
Huh?
You had how much gold do you guys have?
860.
Oh, I totally misheard you earlier.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I thought you were way... Okay, my mistake. I'm just going to shut up now. Dungeon Master walks away. Yeah, Dungeon Master walks away into the fog. I'll be going now. I'll be on my way now. So there it is, 120. That gets you 6. I'm not going to go any higher in quality, 10 dogs.
Well, I mean, if you
With
take into
Quinn's
account
rope
he wanted a
use,
50.
you can circumvent having to buy like tack and harness for those dogs. Save a lot of money there.
Well, why don't you go at it, Quinn? Like,
Wait, what?
So, you guys have 6 quality 10 dogs,
okay.
an adequate sled.
Need some food. We're definitely gonna need some more rope.
Amazingly, you guys didn't break and destroy the sled that you made, so the one that you have still works. I figured you would have trashed it in the mountains.
Nah.
You guys
It was-
actually made quite a few checks to avoid a few hazards on the way.
Yeah. Thank God.
Okay,
Now
so we
comes
didn't have
food.
to buy a sled.
No, just the dogs, which
Sick.
you guys actually got a pretty good deal there.
Oh yeah, well considering we kind of sidestepped that whole gotta pay him 50 gold thing, and like when it really comes down to it, we only paid $10 more or 10 gold more than what we would have paid the other guy for his 6 terrible ones.
Mm-hmm. And that's because these mercs, they don't care. It's not their dogs. They just beat the guy up until he gave them dogs, and then they just sold them. So that was pure profit for them. Now
And,
they're stuck with some mongrels, but yeah, you know, they'll just deal
since
with
we're
that
still
later.
Here,
Yeah?
I'm gonna ask for the tax paper.
Ah, good idea. Issued by a sergeant.
All right. Party gear.
6 level 10 dogs. So
Again, anything that you do purchase is going to be double price of what's listed in the player's handbook. And
Yeah.
with that note, I do need to AFK real super quick, so I'll be right back here.
So we're definitely going to come to some more cities before we get to Sweet
going-
Haven.
Possibly, yes.
So I would almost say let's grab food and then get out of here before we have to pay any more taxes.
We shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to, but
No,
but now,
that's why I grabbed the tax paper.
But see, here's the funny thing though. I have a feeling that there's different types of taxes, and now we're gonna have to pay like dog taxes, and we have to pay like lemon taxes.
True. Well, let's just let's grab the food and get the fuck out then.
Yeah, because we'll have other opportunities to buy other things. I mean, I'm wearing your winter clothes, so.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely don't want to have the food issue again.
No.
The only
Wow.
other thing I can think of wanting to bring would be maybe if we could. Well, we'll have to buy dog food too.
Just give him meat.
Good, but I guess that's true. Dog food might be cheaper though.
Dude, there is no such thing as dog food back then. It's just meat. Just give the
Oh.
dogs meat.
Gotcha. The only other thing I was thinking about maybe bringing would be like some little bells to put on the dogs, just so at night we don't have to like worry about waking up and being like, one of your dogs is gone.
No, at night we do rotation sleeps, by the way. I don't know if you knew that about that.
Well, I didn't know we were doing that, but it seems like a good idea.
Yeah. Watch the dogs kind of deal.
knew all I had to do was put on. Dude, I was getting like, like when he was starting to talk there about the negotiation. My daughter came in and just decided to tell me how it is and wanted snacks, all kinds of stuff, and I was like, I'm in the middle of a negotiation. You need to back off.
Well, it's a good thing I took over then, wasn't it?
Well, they seem to be much more willing to deal with you since I name dropped, so.
And you look funny.
I don't know why people don't like the way I look.
I don't know, maybe because your skin's weird and your eyes are weird?
I used to get worshipped for that.
Yeah, but that's not here, though.
I was my complexion was pretty popular with the ladies back where I'm from. I remember a lot of them bowing down, singing songs about me, you know.
Lobbing on... I'm not even going to go there. We're on stream. Yes, things and things for things.
For things.
I wonder if Black ever watches these videos. See what we said when he was gone.
He should. We'd say some ridiculous stuff.
But no,
Oh.
so...
I missed the last thing you said.
Because I haven't said anything.
Oh, okay. Like I walked too far away from the computer.
So
Be
what
it
we
black
need to
some
do...
wireless.
what we need to do is get some get some food and dip. That's it.
Yeah, I think
We're gonna need extra food because of the dogs.
yeah. We take like a month's worth of food. That probably enough.
All right, I'm back. So, 10 days of Sweet Haven, you guys are guessing, with the current weather
Oh,
conditions.
we don't need a month worth of food then. So what we're talking about is we probably just want to grab some food, get enough food for the journey, and dip out of this city before we end up paying any more taxes.
Right, or coming into a situation you can't turn your backs on.
Next thing you know, they're gonna be like kicking our dogs around, like look at this stupid one, and they just start beating on our dogs, and then we have to fight them.
And then you're in a war, and yeah.
We didn't fight them over those two guys in the bar, but you know that dog. Oh my God, we're gonna throw down now.
Priorities? Question mark, odd look. All right, so you guys are going to go ahead and buy 10 days food. I assume you've taken out the cost for that. Remember, it's double cost.
Actually, let's buy extra food. Let's buy like 14 days food because we also have to feed the dogs.
Okay.
Let's see now. They're pretty vague when it comes to food, so I'm going to just come up with a number per day. It's about 2 pounds per day for dry rations, which are hideously expensive. Because of the weather, you don't really need to do that. So, let's say 5 gold a day.
Oof.
That's you and the dogs.
Oh, that takes care of all of us.
Yes. Because all said and done, you guys can eat like handfuls of raisins. Yeah, prefabricated, like dried out rations, pretty expensive these days.
Okay.
So you
Let's-
said 5 gold a day, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
That's 50 gold for 10 days. We want to make sure we have a little bit extra. Probably 70 gold just for 14 days worth.
Mm-hmm.
Get lucky and that's pricey.
Just in case we get veered off track with the dogs.
Oh yeah, exactly. Or if some sort of storm comes up and we have to be bedded down for an extra day or
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a plan.
Okay, so we'll pay 70 goals for 14 days rations. Get the heck out of here.
All right. So, on the morning of day 22, you guys are ready to head out of Tenfields.
Good.
All suited up, ready to go.
Indeed, indeed.
Vasco, you want to make that check on rope handling, see if you can make harnesses?
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Don't worry, guys. Wait a minute.
He's invoking the power of the metal.
I need some work music.
So, you rig bad harnesses. And there it is.
How do you turn this music off? Obviously, it's not.
There you go.
Well,
The wonderful MP3 player.
can I try again, or is that it?
In this case, since it's an ongoing and kind of on-running thing, I'll give it to you. When it counts, like if you guys are trying to get away from the bad guys, your harnesses may let go. And the dogs will run off into the horizon while you guys sit on the sled and the monsters attack you.
Bye, Felicia.
So, when that becomes necessary, we'll make the roll then. For the time being, assume that, yeah, it wasn't too hard for you to makeshift some stuff. So, now, the road. Wa-na-na-na-na. Halfway through the day, on the King's Road, out of the town.
So what are we looking at with the King's Road? Is this like between mountains or in the forest? Or?
Yeah, definitely between mountains. Runs through a pretty wide valley. Wide valley being like 50 miles wide. You can, on a clear day, you can see the mountains on either side. Other than that, it goes through gentle rolling hills, crossing the occasional river creek. Well constructed, well maintained. Again, parts of it are open or shallow snow. Parts of it are drifted under pretty heavy. Does not look like there's been a lot of recent traffic to make sense because of the cold fogs. However, roll a 1d10, and on 1 to 2, you may see something interesting. Uh-oh, got stuck. No.
7.
All right. Let's see
bathing
how
hen
I
maidens
do.
this time.
Let's see if I get the 1 to 2. Nope. All right. So, pretty much everybody sees everybody at the same time.
Oh.
let's go with... I'll take this to the side for now. Giving us access to the map here. Fifty. There's the road. Go ahead and roll a 2d10. And then just give me the number. It'll generate a number between 1 and 100. 1 and 100.
You're wanting a number between 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
2d10.
Okay, red is the 10s. So 73.
All right, we'll do it about 70 feet. Okay, so Dargos in the cart. You guys are walking alongside the cart. And do I have any dog figures? I guess we should have gotten some of those.
Yes, we do.
You can't
There's
kill our
one.
dogs. We just bought them.
It's a fish, it says here.
Yeah, remember the tower? We use those as fish.
It works. They're smaller man-sized, so I want to be able to fit 2 in a square. And 70 feet, I said, right?
Yep.
No, I'm an idiot and forgot to pull up my notes. Give me one quick second.
You guys be willing to tolerate a wagon model as a sled?
If it fits. Derp. Okay, down, down, down. Open stuff. Open things.
Oh,
Are you dying?
heck up. Yeah, I was just eating food. That's why I was so quiet.
Okay. Oh, I don't. There we go. So we'll go for the dogs. 70. There. There. Here. And here. It's declarations and initiative. As I said, neither side has the surprise. Range about 70 feet through the drifting heavy fogs. And you
They're
definitely
frost
see, yes, large humanoid individuals preparing to throw boulders.
I'm gonna ask real quick. Can I distinguish what tribe they are?
Not the ones you know.
All right. Shit.
I think we need to. Right, how many are there? Do we know?
Looks like 4 that you can see. These are 21-foot tall humanoids, dressed in what you would consider like Viking or, Viking garb is what they prefer, with large boulders that they're going to be throwing at you.
I'm gonna yell in Frost Giant. Wait. Let's have a talk.
I'm going to separate myself from the. I'm going to move away from the sled a little bit. That way, if they throw them at me, they're not going to like destroy our sled.
Right?
I'm more worried about him hitting the sled than than hitting me.
All right. They do not seem to be hesitating. After you yell out your wait, they continue to ready their rocks. So it is officially declarations.
Fuck.
I. So okay, I hate to always have to ask this, but in order for me to do a psionic attack, I have to spend an entire turn on contact before I can do anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to is there any distinguishable, does anybody wearing some sort of like special helmet that makes them look like the leader?
Not that you can see at this point.
Okay, then I'm going to contact the one in front. Or closest to us.
All right.
And I'm going to ready my short bow.
What's your declaration there, Dirt?
I'm gonna remove curse.
What? Because they
Use
didn't
up the
answer you?
scale mail.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was all like, you can tell that they're cursed?
The kid is going to try and enfeeble one of them with his ray of enfeeblement. All right. It's initiative. Remember, just roll 1 dice, modify it for what everybody's doing. Giants are throwing boulders. Yeah.
You've
Being
made
as
all
big as they are, they add 6 to their initiative, so they've got a 16 total.
Shall I
1.
roll the initiative? Okay, yeah, you roll the initiative every time.
All right. The kid's spell, having a modifier 2, goes out basically a 3 on the initiative roll. And the giant's going to have to make it save. Check here real quick. Eight or better. Giant needs an 8 or better, otherwise it'll find itself enfeebled. Ah, on a 5, finds its strength dropped to 3.
Whoops, gonna drop that rock.
Yes, indeed.
Oh. What is that?
Not so big now, are you, big guy?
All right, so that one drops its boulder and goes kind of stumbling off to the side there. Kid's like, finally!
I finally hit one.
I got a creature that had a low saving throw. Yeah. All right, and Dirt, what are you doing?
Remove curse.
All right. That takes the entire round, remember, because you're
I know.
doing the extended thing there. And Quinn, attempting to establish contact on
Yes.
which one of these guys?
Not one.
Well, not the one that he's messing with.
Right.
Probably the closest, probably the one you're touching, maybe.
Yeah, in the future, be sure and specify which one you're going for, and I'll do the same with the kids, so that way we don't silly it up. All right, so contact. I don't think range figures into your check. He is going to actively try and shrug you off. Let me check his intelligence. Oof.
Hello. Please.
All right. So again, you make your power score, which is what?
It says wisdom.
All right. In your case, it's straight wisdom. You pay the PSP costs.
It says that it varies.
Depending on his hit dice. You should always have your complete psionic open. For this kind of contact, he's in line of sight. He is human-like, so no modifier there. However, it's going to cost you 13 PSPs.
Rough.
That's per round to maintain your contact where needed. So yeah, 13 to start with. And you roll your wisdom or less. I'm attempting to roll my intelligence or less with a -4, so I got to get a 6 or less.
Oh my god.
I made it by a margin of 5.
Well, that's great, because I failed it epically.
Got the old natural 20, huh?
Yeah, I can only do that when, not when I'm using my weapon, you know, but...
Further contact with this form of mind is impossible until next experience level. You can no longer contact frost giants at all until you gain a level. That's the byproduct of rolling a 20 on
Hell, that sucks.
that. Make a note of that. And actually, I'll rule that you can't contact this one specifically ever again. Regarding other giants, you suffer a -4 penalty. Frost giants only. Till next level, then all that'll go away. You've sadly misjudged their mental patterns. All right, as it stands.
Oh, and I'm...
Dirt can't move for the round because he's casting his spell that uses this whole round. Quinn, you have the option of moving up to 60 feet, 30 because of the snow. So you have the option of moving 30 feet, or you can attempt to renew your contact.
Nah, not gonna do that, I don't think. Because it's a -4 now, so
Mhm.
I'd have to get 14 or better from now on. It's gonna cost 13 every time. I can do better things with my P.
All right. The kid did his thing. Everybody did their thing. Everybody's done their thing. All right. It's giants. Okay. The enfeebled one drops his rock. Kind of drops down to his knee there. He can carry his own body weight. He really can't use his weapon. So if he does anything, it's going to have to be a melee attack, and his damage is going to be not much more than you guys would do with a punch. Just modified for his size. This one, however, is going to throw a rock directly at the kid. Kid's armor class is 3. The giant needs a 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6 because of range, so he needs 6 or better. Hitting the kid squarely with the boulder.
Ooh.
The kid just got the luckiest glancing blow ever for 2 points.
Wasn't a very sturdy boulder then, was it?
Apparently not. Now, how do I draw on these sheets without fucking them up? Actually, I think I better just write it down over here. I'm not used to working with those sheets, and I know that you'll erase them if you do the
Here.
wrong thing.
Just do this, because this is what we do for our health.
Ah, there you go. That'll work. And he takes 2 points, so he's fine. Glances off his shoulder. Ow! And
A direct hit.
this giant, gonna throw one directly at Quinn. What's your armor class?
Armor class is 7.
Alright, 7.
Is this declaration? Oh no, this is their turn.
I need a 0 better to hit. 2 or better because of the range. Hits on the number. Quinn, oof, as a rock bounces off you for 15 points of damage. This guy, gonna toss a boulder right at Dirt and the wagon. Charm class, Dirt.
10.
So I need a 2 or better because of the range. Squarely hits you. 8 points. Make a spellcraft check or your remove curse is interrupted.
Spellcraft.
Or I'm sorry, religion, because you're a priest.
18 or less. Where all my d20s go? Got it.
Alright, so that does not interrupt your extended ritual to remove your curse.
Mm-hmm.
And that wraps up the giant's attacks. So it would be back to declarations.
Do I get to shoot him with the short bow?
You moved and used an attack, so you don't have another attack this round.
Oh, okay. So if I don't move, I can use 2 attacks?
You can get 1 bow and 1 psionic in that case. Or,
Gotcha.
yeah, you know. Or 2 bow. Or 2 psionic. Okay, so declarations. The 3 functional giants are going to continue throwing rocks.
Ugh.
The one without is more or less just going to ready to intercept anybody that tries to run forward as best he
Actually,
can.
Um, I'm, I guess. I think this time I'm going to cast Flesh Armor. And even though I said I wouldn't, I probably will try to contact the Frost Giant back.
Alright. Okay.
That gasp is scaring me.
Mm-hmm. It should. Okay, Dirt, what are you going to do?
Honestly, I don't. Come back to me.
Really can't. I know what the
I've already
kid's doing.
declared mine.
Yeah, and I know what the kid's doing, so yeah, it's all you know.
Casting a spell.
Okay. Which one?
Doing something.
I'm doing something. Produce flame.
Okay. What spell you casting? Produce flame?
Yep.
Alright, so it's initiative. Go ahead and roll d10. These guys at 6. Low roll wins. I got a 15.
1.
Looks like you guys got it. The kid drinking a potion, so he'll go towards the kind of later part of the round. So your produce flame would go quicker. Alex showed up.
Level 2.
Says you're a little quiet on the stream.
Which one?
I'm always quiet.
That's true. Now, Just Ammo's been kind of screwed on the Saturdays. He gave kind of notice on that, so it's not entirely unexpected. Where were we? Oh yeah,
Produce flame.
Dirt, produce flame. Go for it. Where are you sending it? What's the effect you're looking for?
Actually, let me pull that up because it's could just be staying in my hand. I'm just getting it ready.
Quinn, looks like it'll be coming over to you. You'll be the next one. What are you doing there?
So I'm going to. I was going to try to establish contact again, and I also wanted to get flesh armor because Lord knows don't want to be.
Which one first?
Flesh armor first.
All right. Go ahead and make a check. And I think what level of armor you get, it's a house rule, what level of armor you get dependent on your check. So let me get to the page real quick.
Made it by. I rolled 2.
So you made it by a margin of how many?
Oh god, this is gonna screw me because it has to be closer to the number, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that. Okay, so I needed to roll a 15. I rolled a 2, so I made it by 13.
All right. So you have the equivalent of plate mail armor, giving you armor class 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Keep in mind the maintenance cost is 4 per round. Just write that in the margin or on the table somewhere. All right. And then Dirt, your produce flame.
Yeah.
You can make it do something before they throw their rocks.
I'm gonna negate it. So I'm not gonna do anything, but it's gonna just stay in my hand because I gotta move closer.
All right. The kid drinks a potion. Pointing to this giant, holds up his hand with the universal gesture of stop. Let's see if it works. The giant has to make a save versus spells at -4 versus the Potion of Frost giant control I have right here on my character sheet that made me go when I saw it. Right here. Potion of Frost giant control.
That was convenient.
I have no idea how long he's had that. If it's a recent thing or a later thing. He makes his save at -4. So he needs 12 or less. Or, I'm sorry, 12 or more. And of course he makes it.
Weird. Why do I have the feeling we have something like that too?
We don't. We just have Frost Giant strength. And
Oh,
it's back
that's
at the
right.
shrine.
Because we don't keep things that help us.
Alright, he can try again next round. On a different giant. This round, no good. Or, no. No, he can't. One-time thing. Fuck.
Oh.
Curse saving throws. Alright. We need the there's a spell that basically causes opponents to have -4 on their save. That's what the spell does. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Anyway, so the kid, no good, no good. Quinn, you got your armor up. Dirt, you got your produce flame ready. It's Giant's turn. This guy can't throw rocks because he's enfeebled. This guy can. So he's going to throw one at the kid. Kid's armor class again is 3. So I need basically a 5 or better because of the range. Hits with a 19. We're in big trouble.
And the kid dies.
Oof, 12 points. Down to 13 hit points, kid. Alright. This giant, throwing at Quinn. Your armor class is 3. Due to the range, your armor class effectively is -1. He needs a 6 or better to hit you. Hits with a 7.
Dang it.
Oh, 19 points of damage.
Well, about to be on the ground. And we haven't dealt, what, any damage?
No.
That was 19 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Almost
Yeah.
max on 2d10.
I'm about to ectoplasmic form and get out of here. Bye, dogs. Bye, everybody.
Kid's gonna fall to the ground, play dead. I can never knock these down. So he takes the rock hit and he's just going to fly dramatically down into the snow. Meanwhile, Quinn, you took 19 points. That hurt pretty bad. Dirt, what's your plan?
Move up as much as I can.
You would cast your spell last round. So this round you could move 60 feet. Normally you'd move 120, but because of the snowfall.
Did I get my contact on the other guy?
You haven't rolled it yet.
Okay, I didn't know if I was waiting a certain order.
If you move to more than 30 feet, you can't make any more actions this round.
That's fine.
All right. So it'd be going into Quinn trying the contact. He's going to try and shrug you off. You make your check at a -4, and which one are you going for?
So I think you told me it was already -4.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Which one are you going for?
I was going for the one in the very back.
All right. So you make your check. Free contact, -4. He's going to try and fight you off. He needs a 6 or less, which he does not succeed in. What'd you roll? Another natural 20. Looks like you rolled a 20 here, Basco.
Yep. That's what I roll. That's how I do these things.
All right. So from now on, you cannot contact stone or frost giants at all until next level. Any of them. Any member of that species.
Yeah. I'm good with that. That probably needs to happen.
All right. You still paid the 13 PSPs though.
Oh yeah, I sure did.
That's based on his hit dice. How many levels he has in effect. All right. Things are looking dire.
Is it an option just to run away? Because
I did.
we haven't done anything. Well, they're gonna eat our dogs.
And likely you guys.
Like the kid playing dead back there. Yeah. Okay.
It's initiative. Tried to contact, dirt move forward. They threw their rocks, kid playing dead. It's a new round.
Move up another spot, so then that way I can fire this produce flame at them. Like a missile.
All right. So declarations. You're going to throw the produce flame.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn, what are you going to do? The kid is quietly whispering a spell. Trying not to be noticed. We'll see if that works out for him.
I don't know. I'm gonna get hit again, and then I'm just done. No way to contact him. With the bow, but I'm just gonna get hit. I don't know. There's like no good. There's nothing good that I could do.
Time for ectoplasm. I'll let you guys discuss this for just a moment. Yeah, things have gone dire really fast, frickin' giants. I'll be right back. Alex mentioned that you guys did get some potions from that little training thing that you guys did a couple of weeks ago. He didn't know if you guys had referenced those or looked at them yet. Anyway, I'll be right back.
No, I do have a jar of Quantum's ointment. Protection from Earth? Would that protect me from a rock?
No.
I didn't think so. I don't know, man. Like I can take some Quantum's ointment and heal myself a little bit, but if they're going to be doing 15 to 19 points of damage, it's not. I'll go down faster than I can heal myself. Potion of human control. That's random.
Honestly, what I think is,
I mean, I got 7 hit points, so like going toe to toe with him, like I'm just gonna die. I almost think I have to ectoplasm, but then in ectoplasm I can't do anything.
that's fine.
So
You just get out of the way, so then that way you won't die.
think of as maybe well, you're gonna die faster than me. You have no armor on.
Yeah, if you lose 17 health, yeah, you're donezo.
Oh, I don't even have 17. I've got 7.
No, I know. If you lose 17,
Oh yeah.
you're gone. I got 51 health left, so
Oh, Blanny Ride, where are you? I might ectoplasm myself back to the sled and try to use my animal handling to get the dogs in sled turned around and start booking it.
why not just go forward, push past them all?
They might just grab it and kill it.
I'm back. So, declarations. The Giants are going to continue to throw rocks.
They're throwing rocks, aren't you? Don't you have power over rocks?
This one's going to try and probably charge dirt this round. Because of his enfeebled state, that won't do a hideous amount of damage, but because of his body mass, he does have a chance of maybe knocking you down. So, Kid is hoping he can cast a spell and get away with it without any of the Giants noticing it. I'm going to make an intelligence check for each of the Giants, see if they do it, if they see him doing that. If so, they will be throwing a rock at it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty
This
sure they're
guy
all
definitely,
focused on me.
he's
right
going to
now.
be, he's going to be poking a rock at you for sure. This guy will be trying to intercept these guys. This one is wanting to throw a boulder at Quinn. And this one hasn't quite decided yet. I'll be making his intelligence check to see if he goes after the kid. So basically, he'll be running in. He'll be tossing a rock. He'll be tossing a rock at Quinn. And this guy, we don't know yet. So officially, he'll be pulling weight with his initiative. And it's probably about initiative time. Final declarations. Quinn, what are you doing?
Will Quantum's ointment will it heal me in this situation?
It'll heal damage, yes. Take you the full round to use it, though.
Which I'll just be dead.
You'll probably be hit again, yes.
I'm gonna have to go ectoplasmic form because one boulder I'm done.
All right. Dirt?
Hmm?
Final
Bruce?
declaration?
Firing the missile at the guy.
All right. Kid casting a spell. Roll initiative. Remember the Giants had 6? Because of their large size.
You're using my dice.
I got an 11. Looks like you guys pretty much have it. The kid's spell is a second level thing, so he goes off on a 5. I think he's pretty much the quickest one in the group.
Mine's also second level.
Yeah, and Quinn's is also very fast, so it's basically all at the same time. Quinn, you make your power score. Hope you make it. Don't roll a 20 this time.
Stop using the dice rolling tower. God damn.
Yeah, I will not be using.
You've given up on the Devil Tower, have you? On
It's
Satan's
least-
Snake Tower?
Yeah.
It snaked them pretty good. But
Okay, ectoplasmic form, Constitution -4.
Oof, it's a rough one.
Yeah, considering my constitution.
We need 14 or less.
14 or less, no dice tower. Does anybody deem this green dice as a bad one?
No,
mm-hmm.
it's been around on the table here and there. I've rolled it a few times.
Yeah.
And move
'cause
your
I
hand
made
away.
that the green.
There you go.
Yep, I'm dead.
You didn't make the check. Alright. Things are going bad. Real bad. Alright, so... Dirt, you're next.
Yep. So, this flame does not appear. So, the caster is capable of hurling the magic flame as a missile with a range of 40 yards. The flame flashes on impact, igniting combustibles. It doesn't give me a specific thing.
This guy's within 40 feet.
Yeah.
We dropped the yards thing. Hard to explain, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you got to make a hit roll? His armor class is 0.
No, there is. It doesn't say I have to make it the hit roll. All it says is the flame flashes on impact, igniting combustibles within a 3-foot diameter of its center of impact, and then goes out. Creature struck by the flame suffers 1d4 plus 1 points of damage, and if combustion occurs, must spend a round extinguishing the fire or suffer additional damages assigned by the DM until the fire is extinguished.
So, roll your 1d4 plus 1.
But then it goes on, misses, use the grenade-like missile table in the
Ah,
damage
so
to
it does
determine.
need a to hit roll. Okay, so his
Yeah,
armor class is 0. You'd use your base Thaco with your dex adjustment for missiles.
16.
I don't think that gives you an adjustment.
Nope, I don't know. I don't have any adjustment.
Alright, so,
My base Thaco is 16.
yep,
So
that's it.
what's their armor
16.
class?
0.
So
16 or better.
16 or more.
If it misses, the scale's too wide that the grenade scatter won't really have an effect.
Miss.
Alright, so it flies a little low or hits the target and just bounces off ineffectively. Yeah, boulder time. What's your armor class there, Dirt?
10.
He hits.
Okay.
15
15.
points.
Okay.
1, 4, 5, 6. That's as far as he can get this round without having to do anything crazy to get there. This giant's going to throw a boulder at Quinn. What's your armor class? You're maintaining your flesh armor, right?
Armor class is 3 still.
Alright, so at this range it'd be armor class -1. So he needs... Forgot. Oh, wrong group. Excuse me, 6 or better. and slamming soda. With a 9, Boulder comes flying in. 8 points of damage.
He goes unconscious.
I am on the ground.
All right. Bounces off your head, knocking you to the dirt. Actually, to the snow. Oof. Leaving
How many
dirt.
points? 9 points?
Mhm.
8. 5 plus 3 is 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 8. All right. This giant takes no notice of the kid who got his spell off anyway, and is going to throw at Dargoth. What's your armor class?
10.
2 or better. Mostly because of range. Hits.
7.
7 points.
What did the kid cast?
By the way, how much damage did you do that giant?
None.
Oh, that's right, you missed. Looking back over your shoulder, you can't see the kid anymore. Seems gone.
Oh, that makes sense.
Invisibility.
All right, so Quinn's unconscious. The kid has disappeared. And Dargoth, you stand alone. It's declarations. The giants are going to laughingly finish you off with boulders.
I'm going to meld the stone this round. And stand still for this whole round.
All right, so you're going to sink into the stone? You're going to have to clear the snow from underfoot.
No, no, no. What I'm going to do is let the boulders phase through me like nothing.
Oh, okay, I get you.
And as they're coming towards me, I'm going to say stop and ask them what are they doing.
Yeah, because this guy will be kicking you.
Yeah, I know.
And he does have the movement to pull it off. All right, so it's initiative. You're not really taking any action, so they kind of win the initiative. We'll get this guy out of the way with his kick first. What's your armor
All
class?
10.
All right. 2 or better. Kicks you a good one. Make a strength check. -4 to maintain footing.
13 or less?
Yes.
No.
All right. No, 13 or less, so you did make it.
Oh. Oh.
However, 4 points of damage from the kick.
Yeah.
Knocks you down to one knee and sliding back a couple of feet, but otherwise has no effect. The other giants throw their boulders, which predictably phase through you. Just see if any of them missed. Nope, because they had a chance to hit their pal.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing there. All right. Boulders phase through you, and it'll be declarations for this next round.
Did they answer to me in Frostchain or no?
Negative. They do not seem to be interested in parlay.
Okay.
And your rocks phasing through intimidates them a little bit. They're basically just going to treat you as they would a wizard. They notice that the kick hit, so they might be just moving in to start pummeling. That might be their plan this round.
Okay.
Because you've got some weird magic going on. Meanwhile, the dogs. They have a morale of 12. Roll a d20, you need 12 or less. Otherwise, they're going to try getting out of here.
12 or less, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I used the
That's
tower.
a d12 again.
Oh, well, thank God, because I used the tower.
No.
All right.
Wait, 12 or less to stay here, or 12 or less to take off?
12 or less basically to stay.
Okay. So
That's
they're
okay.
fucking off.
They probably need to get the hell out of here.
Roll a 1d6.
3.
All right. Yep. Looks like they're going to try and turn and go on back. That's their declaration for this round. Turn around and begin moving away as fast as possible. Dog's pretty fast. All right. These guys are going to cautiously start approaching you, pulling their weapons out. Their weapons being great swords, about, give or take, about 10 foot some odd long. And what's your declaration, Dirt?
I just read to your Twitch, Alex. I think I might jump on the sled. Actually, no.
It's okay, man. I'll take one for the team.
No, I can't leave you behind.
How, if we both die, then the story ends here.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 30, yeah, 30 feet back.
All right.
And then gonna cast, wow. Spirit Hammer.
Alrighty then. These guys are going to run up on you. 1, 2, 3. At times 2 movement. 5, 6, 7. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. They won't get an attack this round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, shit. 9, 10, 11, and 12. That takes their attack for this round, however, so they won't get an attack this round. You spend the entire round getting your Spirit Hammer ready to go, and now it would be declarations again. The giants are going to start hammering you with their weapons. Just for your calculations, their weapons do... They're basically the giant equivalent of long swords. That would be 2d8 plus 9 each hit.
They hit me once, I'm dead.
Uh-huh.
He's got to go.
Do I remember anything from when I was with the tribe, the Frost Giants?
Like, what would you be looking for?
What they don't like?
You do know generally frost giants are chaotic evil, which is why it was really rare that they actually took you in. You know that much. And these
Right.
guys seem almost frenzied. And you do notice that their gear and equipment looks very haggard.
Hmm.
Time's up. What are you doing?
Um.
I'm going to call you're standing there hesitating.
I'm gonna move back, but at the same time, grab Quinn.
Yeah, you'll never get out of here alive. They'll outdistance you.
All right. I guess I'm dying.
Gonna go down fighting?
Might as well.
All right. So declaration is Spirit Hammer. And what? Because the hammer does its own thing.
How deep is the snow we're standing on, and how packed is it? Am I able to clear it and meld into it?
About 4 foot deep. It would take the round to do it. If you want initiative, you might be able to get your hand on the dirt and squeeze yourself in before they do anything.
Let's try it. That's the only thing I got left.
All right. Roll the initiative. I got a 15. You really can't lose it, even if you roll a 10.
You had to say something.
All right. So, frantically digging at the snow, they actually hesitate for a sec, wondering what the hell you're doing. And then you dive into the earth and disappear from view. The dogs, full speed, that's 24 per round, are gone down the road. And Dargoth, you're not entirely certain what's going on. You can meld down for 5 more rounds, 5 more minutes. Where are you going to go? What are you going to do?
Explain the scenery that we were just in, because what's around it?
Very heavy trees. Right off the road, it gets into heavy forest. And then after about a mile or so off the road, those forests become hills that rise ever higher into the mountains. So around the road, this present time, deep snow drifts and heavy trees.
Alright. Would I be able to come up back where the first one got feebled?
You could? When are you going to do that? It'd take you about 1 round to move there through the earth.
Yeah, I'll take out a few.
All right, coming up, clearly these guys are walking around looking, trying to find you. You came up pretty damn close. One of them's going to get an intelligence check to spot you. And you were only gone for a quick minute there. So, their intelligence isn't that great. He needs a 10 or less. Doesn't see you this round.
Critical fail. That spirit hammer last round, did it hit anyone?
Negative. You do have to be there to kind of guide it.
Right.
It just hovered while you disappeared into the earth.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get that hammer to hit this guy.
All right. Armor class 0.
Big Co. Stone Hammer 14. Alright, let's do this. 14 or better. Nope.
The giants,
Awesome.
seeing the hammer suddenly start going active again, they know you're around here, so they're going to intensify their search, meaning this guy sees you by the beginning of this next round. Oh, he's over in the trees! It's declarations. They're pulling their rocks.
Alright.
This guy will be charging, as in straight up running right at you with a weapon attack at the end of his charge.
No, he
So
won't.
that's what he's declaring.
No, he's not.
Boulder. Boulder,
This guy's feebled,
and boulder. Yeah, that's fine. He can still move.
not with a sword.
No. So he'll just body knock you. And 3 boulders. What's your
I'm going to
declaration?
meld into the ground again.
All right. You've got about 3 rounds left.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually,
with the
no.
initiative modifiers, it's pretty easy for you to meld in. So take out another
4.
round.
All right. Yeah, you got 4 left. All right. 3 left now. Take that out of the round. All right. Then I try to go back to just right behind Quinn, and not come up. Just wait out a little bit.
That's this round. These guys are going to walk in their little patrol here, looking for you.
Wonder where the kid is.
Pass another round.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait 2 more rounds.
All right. They're basically going to be about in the same positions because they're walking around in circles. They have a feeling you're going to be back.
All right.
So, 2 rounds pass, you have no more melding ability, and you pop up out of the ground where you are now.
Yep.
Alright, you're immediately seen. You should have just gotten the fuck out of here, dude, and come back later. I'm sorry.
Am I able to, cause the snow is this deep, right? Am I able to, just hide in the snow?
You have to roll, since it's off the road, 2d6 and hope that it's more than 4 feet, 5 feet. So you need 5 or higher on 2d6, otherwise you're spotted immediately and you're probably going to die this round.
I got 5.
Come up in a drift, a 9-foot deep drift. So you're kind of crouched under the snow. They're not entirely aware of you yet. How long are you going to hide under that drift?
For a bit.
You can't really see what's going on around you other than feeling the thudding of their footprints. There's a 1 in 6 chance one of them steps directly on your position as they poke around for a while. And then it grows quiet.
Gonna I'm gonna make a little hole in the snowdrift, see if I can see outside of it.
Alright, there's a giant right there. No, I'm just kidding. It appears quiet and empty, as the giants have taken what they could for the stew pot and have cleared out.
Good thing I'm just too heavy and scaly, you know. Oh, the
Alright.
silence.
You
Am
lose
I-
2 more hit points, by the way, Basco, as you sat bleeding in the snow.
What?
After the creatures determine that, after the giants determine that maybe the weird wizard guy is going to come back right this moment, they grab you, bind you up, and drag you off through the snow. Why do they bind you up? They don't want you to freeze. They would much rather cook you while you're warm. Makes the meat softer.
Rescue me!
And Dirt,
We're gonna need.
you're alone as the sun begins to set over Skyfell. You can clearly see where the giant's path goes. It's not like you're going to need to be a master tracker.
Right. I'm gonna follow the path very quietly. Where the hell did the kid go? Where did Morty go?
He's about a mile down the road with your wagon. Because he went
Hey!
invisible and hopped on the wagon and was going to see how things turned out and got taken for a little ride. So, Dirt, you can also see the direction that the wagon went. You got two choices. If you follow one set of trail, you're going to lose the other. So if you go the way of the giants, there's a chance that you might lose the dog sled and Morty. If you go after the giant, yeah. And if you go after the dog sled, well, there's a chance that you might lose the giant's trail.
Lose the giant's tail, lose Quinn.
And that's the decision I'm going to leave this episode off on. I love a cliffhanger. Quinn is captured. The kid is on a wild toboggan ride down the road. Dirt stands alone on the road. The giants. Nasty, nasty giants.
Dude, they're totally gonna eat me.
They're totally going to try to eat you. Yeah, that's their plan.
But we did like nothing to them, and there was 3 of us.
But they've had a rough time of it. So they're going to actually try to get some enjoyment out of this special feast, which, if everything works out well, maybe you guys will find out exactly what makes it special, why they're all pissed off, why they didn't parlay. And yeah, there's reasons to that. So, or we'll be rolling you a backup character after Quinn gets eaten and Dirt wanders the road going, Quinn! Where are you?
Oh my god.
So, I think I'll save the table right here so we don't forget.
Man.
And I was going to ask you guys, by the way, for future, is it at all possible to move our game to Friday night? Or would you like to continue with the Saturdays?
I mean, we can move it to Friday, but I thought that was, it all depends on when.
Because Ammo's schedule got shifted around, so apparently now Wednesday is his day off. He's on shifting schedule, so it's not something he can control, it's the boss. So Wednesdays seem to be his free night, so he was wondering if we could shuffle. I can still stick with Saturday, but I was trying to keep the days sequential.
Yeah.
I mean, I could even do Wednesday, honestly.
Well, Wednesday, in theory, Wednesday evening would be Wafu and Jeffrey.
Oh, he doesn't want to play the kid on Wednesday.
Yeah, the kid, we're going to have to figure that out one way or the other. If it looks like he can start getting Fridays free, then we'll keep the kid in. If it looks like it's not going to work out that way, I may have to pull the kid and put him in limbo for a while until he gets a better schedule. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to referee actively and play a PC.
That's true.
If it was an NPC, I wouldn't care half as much because most of the NPCs I throw are usually pretty easy to play, if you will.
Yeah.
And if they die, it's an NPC. It's not somebody's character that they spent 2.5 hours rolling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm fine with moving it to Friday, honestly.
okay, well, let's try it over the next couple of weeks and see how that works out. And if it turns out it's a pain in the ass.
What time?
Actually, would you even be able to do Friday afternoon?
No.
No. Okay.
I can do
The
just
earliest-
about any time Friday in the afternoon. Evening would be best. But I can
evening would be
theoretically
best for me
stay
as
up.
well.
Yeah, but I can theoretically stay up Friday, so if we end up having a long session, I can do that. I can go all night if necessary.
Alright, yeah.
Well, let's try it for a couple of weeks, see how it works out.
Alright.
And if it doesn't work, well, we can always just come back to where we are here. In any event, so that's the cliffhanger. All said and done, you guys did no damage to the giants. One of them got enfeebled.
You know, if I had my strength and my stuff,
You do have your strength.
yeah, but I don't have my stuff.
Right. A lot of your stuff went rolling off on the wagon.
No. All my stuff's back at the
Well, that too.
all my stuff's back at my shrine.
Well, we'll see where this goes next play session. Like I said, I love a cliffhanger, so that's where we'll leave it off. So I'm going to say to the viewing audience that this is the end of this here episode. I don't know when the next episode is officially. I'm certain that I'll be getting together with Magpie next week, and I owed him a session. If so, most certainly that'll be happening. And other than that, as always, until next time, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire. Loving y'all.